This is the sixth part of Polity in Indian Constitution. Question number 51. Which of the following are qualifications for the office of Vice President of India? He must be a citizen of India. He must have completed the age of 35 years. He must be member of the Raj Sabha. He must not hold any office of profit under the Government of India or the government of any state or under any local or any other authority subject to the control of state government. So the right answer is option B, 1, 2 and 4. He must be a member of Raj Sabha. This statement is wrong. Question number 52. Which of the following parts of the Prime Minister with regard to the Parliament are correct? The right answer is option D, 1, 2 and 4. Which of the following statements are correct? The correct answer is option A, 1, 2 and 4. These three statements are correct. Next question. The Controller and Auditor General of India has been described as the friend, philosopher and guide of. Correct answer is option. Question number 54. Correct answer is option C, the Public Accounts Committee, PAC. Question number 55. Which of the following parts of the Prime Minister in relation to the Council of Ministers have been correctly listed? The right answer is option D. All are correct. Next, the Chief Justice or a judge of High Court can be removed by the correct option is option B, same procedure as for the judges of the Supreme Court. The financial functions of the Council of Ministers does not include the right So the correct answer is option C, 3 and 4. Part 5 of the Constitution deals with correct answer is option D. One, 2 and 4. Question number 59. The executive authority of Union is vested by the Constitution in the option B is correct. B, President. Which of the following groups take part in the election of President of India? Correct answer is option D, 3 only. Elected members of the state legislative assemblies. Each member of the parliament who participates in the presidential election is entitled to cast as many votes as are obtained by dividing the total number of votes of the legislative assemblies of all the states by the total number of elected members of the two houses of the parliament. This ensures, and the correct answer is option A, parity between the voting strengths of the states and the parliament. The president takes an oath before assuming office in the presence of Chief Justice of India. If the Chief Justice is not available, he takes the oath in the presence of. Correct answer is option B, the senior most judge of the Supreme Court. The president holds office for a term of 5 years. And the correct answer is question number 63. Option B, from the date of his entering the office. Dispute regarding the election of president and vice president are settled by the election commission. Option B. Disputes regarding the election of the president and vice president are settled in the Supreme Court. Which of the following can contest presidential election? Correct answer is option C. A member of the state legislature, a citizen of India, the vice president of India. So option C is correct. Where can impeachment proceedings against the president be initiated? Option C is correct, in either house of the parliament. Who elects the vice president? The correct option is option C, an electoral college consisting of members of parliament. The vice president's letter of resignation is to be addressed to the correct answer is option C, president. The candidate for vice president election must possess the qualifications prescribed for the presidential candidate, except that he must be. Option D is correct. 69. D. Qualified to be a member of the Rajya Sabha. Who has the authority to remove the vice president from his office before the expiry of his term? So the right option is C. Parliament has the right. Question number 71. The president addresses his resignation letter to the option C is correct, vice president. The constitution, option B is correct, allows re-election of a person to the president's post. A resolution for impeaching the president can be moved after at least 14 days notice signed by. Option C is correct, not less than 1/4 of the total number of the members of the House. If a resolution impeaching the president is passed, the president is considered to have been removed. Option A is correct. Considered to have been removed from the date on which the resolution is passed. If there is a vacancy in offices of both president and vice president, who has been empowered to function as president? So the right answer is option A, Chief Justice of India. Which of the following statements regarding the pardoning powers of president is or are not correct. So the first option is he has the pardoning power in respect of sentence by court martial. 76. He can grant reprieve and respite in case of punishment for an offense against any law of the land, union, or state. He alone can pardon a sentence of death. His exercise of the power of pardon is open to judicial review. So the question number 76, option B is correct. Second and third. The legislative power of president include option C is correct, 1 and 2. Option C, 1 and 2. The executive power is vested in the president, but it is actually used by him on the advice of the Council of Ministers. Option B is correct. Which of the following matters requires the previous sanctions of the president for introducing legislation on it? Previous sanction of the president. So the option A is correct. 1, 2 and 3. A money bill, a bill affecting taxation which states are interested, and state bills imposing restrictions upon the freedom of trade. If the president returns a bill to the legislature for reconsideration, then what happens? Option B is correct. A repassage of the bill by simple majority will compel him to give his assent. Question number 81. What function is specifically prescribed by the Constitution for the Vice President of India? Option B, no function. Next, when the Vice President acts as the President, he gets an emolument of the Option A, President. When the Chairman of Rajya Sabha acts as a President, the duties of the Chairman are performed by Option C is correct. The Deputy Chairman. The President send the advice received from the Council of Ministers on a matter back to them for reconsideration. This power can be exercised by him on the same matter. So option A is correct once. The President may appoint the question number 85. Option A is correct, 1, 2 and 3. Prime Minister, Governor and High Court judges. What is the maximum age prescribed for the election as President of India? No such limit. Which of the following does the President appoint? Finance Commission, Planning Commission, Commission on Commission on Official Languages and UPSC. So the correct answer is option B. All are appointed by President. Question 88. The Office of Prime Minister of India. Option C is correct. Has been created by the Constitution. The Council of Ministers has no option but to resign if it loses the confidence of Lok Sabha. Option D is correct. The ministers are individually responsible to. Option A is correct. The ministers are individually responsible to the President. The President selects a Prime Minister. So option B is correct. 1 and 3. The Prime Minister is option C is correct. The Prime Minister is appointed by the President. Minister may be chosen from Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, outside the legislature. Which one is correct? So the correct answer is option D. All of the three. He may be from Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, or outside the legislature. In the event of the resignation or death of the Prime Minister, the ministry is dissolved, fresh general election must be taken place, the cabinet may choose another leader, the president decides what to do. So the correct answer is option A. The ministry is dissolved. The Prime Minister is said to hold office during the pleasure of the President, but in reality he stays in office as long as he enjoys the confidence of. So the correct answer is B. He enjoys the confidence of the Lok Sabha. Next, the portfolios are allocated to the ministers by the Prime Minister. Option B is correct. In practice, the policy of government is shaped by. Option C is correct. In practice, the policy of the government is shaped by the cabinet. The Prime Minister acts as a channel of communication between President and the Council of Ministers is provided by. Option C, Article 78 is correct. The Attorney General of India holds office during the pleasure of the. Option A is correct, President. Which of the following is or are correct with regard to the office of Attorney General of India? So the correct answer is option C, 3 only. He must be qualified to become a judge of the Supreme Court.